Let's play devil's advocate. Are there no new trends this season? I have to say that was the question that was running through my mind as I read through Vogue's fall trend report, which included a crew neck cashmere sweater as one of their trends for the season. And that baffled me because I thought that was just something that we wore every single year. A lot of the other trends that are included are things like tailoring, which to me is a year-round staple. Things like leopard print, which I believe those sorts of accents have always kind of been around. Sometimes they just kind of rise in popularity a little bit more, so maybe we're going to have more options. Suede, leather, fabrications that are really synonymous with the autumn and winter season. So I'm going to go on a limb here and say that there are no new trends, and instead what we're seeing is a repackaging of style tropes that really are aligned with the colder months. And I thought instead of focusing on trends, we could focus on elements that actually make your outfit feel interesting, with styling centered around classic silhouettes and archetypes, but with a modern fresh edge. Basically classic outfits that do not feel boring. And there are three key elements that help you to make an outfit feel exciting, interesting, and those are color, shape, and texture. But another element, another little technique that you can use is the use of contrast too. So I'm going to be using those four key styling elements in order to create some really interesting outfits that you can wear now or wear later, maybe with some minor modifications. Today's video is in partnership with Goelia, which is kind of one of my go-to brands for that classic timeless style items that I know will be workhorses in my wardrobe, but also they have some really fun, interesting silhouettes. I picked out some new favorites for this month, starting with this really cute little tweedy sequined striped vest and matching short combo. You could actually wear these pieces on their own, but I thought they looked incredibly chic together, especially with a little black long sleeve merino underneath. And the detail that is really pretty on this is that you have these really tiny little micro sequins that just reflect the light in such a dazzling way. Texture was a common theme throughout all the pieces that I chose. So the next item being this lovely merino and cashmere wool cardigan. Now this has a cable knit design to it, so it has that tactile quality to it, but also the buttons, they almost have this kind of crinkled effect. They are in a champagne color, so they have this really nice shine as well. And I did size up because I wanted more of a relaxed fit. I also picked out a knit dress, which has a matching bolero, so you could wear it with or without, but I like the fact that it has this kind of cape design when you're wearing the two pieces together. You definitely shouldn't be sleeping on Goelia's knitwear, that's for sure. I really love this classic black merino cardigan. It's just an open design, a really good little layering piece. And then the final item that I picked out for this month is this lovely kind of faux patent skirt, high shine element. I love the little split in the front and in the back, and it has the detail that I really like on trouser skirts or trousers, which is an elasticated back, so perfect if you are someone who bloats. So I will have links to all of those items down in the description box below, but you're going to see me styling them up throughout this video. And I do have two discount codes to share. One is 10 Jamie, and that is regardless of your order value, and then 20 Jamie, and there is a particular spend. I'll put that on screen, but all of those details will be down in the description box below, along with links to everything that I shared. So for outfit number one, I really wanted to utilize that sense of texture in order to create that visual interest in my outfit. So I've gone with this mohair blend cardigan, and in addition to texture, it has a really interesting shape as well. It has these lovely voluminous sleeves that kind of puddle around the wrist, and then it is a little bit longer in length. So I quite like to leave the bottom couple of buttons undone, and I think that creates a really nice shape. The buttons themselves also, and this is just something I think is worth keeping an eye out for whenever you are adding anything new to your wardrobe, even if it's just meant to function as a basic, is keep an eye on those details, because these have these mother of pearl buttons which have this nice luminous quality to them. I've paired that with some white straight leg jeans, and I wanted to bring this concept of texture into my outfit in another way as well, so I decided to do that through the use of shoes, being this kind of high shine glossy boot. Now if you're thinking about that Tibby concept of one ton or none, I decided that I really wanted the boots to be the focal point, seeing as they were so much darker, and they also bring in the sense of contrast. So I went with a white bag, which has actually quite an interesting shape to it. And you can see that while this is actually quite a simple outfit on the surface, it looks really visually interesting and not boring at all. The second look uses contrast to make the outfit feel interesting, and I thought that striped set from Goelia was a perfect way to illustrate this point because it is already a high contrast piece. So what I decided to do is just go with a simple black base, and that would really allow the kind of cream stripe to pop against all of the black. So we've got a long sleeved thin merino. I think a roll neck, mock neck would also be nice, so just covering up a little bit more of your skin. Then I've gone with tights and a knee-high black boot. Don't think you need to do anything high here, and then a little bag which has a bit of softness to it. And I thought that this would be a nice way to bring in those kind of contrasting elements because the Goelia pieces have some tailoring and some structure to them. So this really helps to round out the look and bring in a shape that feels a lot less structured. The other thing I really like about this outfit is that it creates a lot of length. So despite the fact that the stripes are horizontal, which can actually make you look wider, because the shorts are on the shorter side and I'm wearing the black tights combined with the black boots, I'm really creating the sense of length and elongating the visual appearance of my legs. It's all about illusions here and how we really play with the proportions in our outfits in order to create that sense, that feeling that we're after. Next, I want to talk about color, and the outfit example that I'm going to show you is nowhere near as kind of striking and vibrant as the knit that I'm wearing right now, but I wanted to show you how you can actually incorporate the sense of color into your outfit in a way that feels a little bit more muted and dialed down. And you can do this through print. It doesn't necessarily have to be a block color like what I have on. So I opted for this field printed cotton blouse from Elk, and I like that this incorporates these really earthy colors into it. And then because it has the black base, I thought the black patent skirt from Goelia was the perfect pairing, and that also brings in that sense of texture and shine. And I love the way that the fabric is ever so slightly textured. Now, I did actually try pairing the skirt with those boots from the previous look, but it just didn't execute the way that I thought it would in my mind. And the reason being that it just felt like a bit of a continuation of the skirt itself. So instead, I opted for a suede shoe, and that brought another texture into the mix and created the sense of balance. It also helped that I revealed a little bit of skin here too. Accessories are obviously a great way to bring in that use of texture, so I also opted for this woven leather bag, and the color of the bag injects a little bit of warmth because this is quite a dark outfit overall, and I felt like it needed a little bit of lightness, and this was a great way to achieve that. This would be a great outfit for work. You could add tights if you needed to, in addition to a blazer or a slightly heavier jacket. I love tonal dressing or a monochromatic outfit. I just think it looks so undeniably chic, and it is quite effortless to pull off. The key things to remember is that you need your outfit to be in the same undertone, whether that's warm, cool, or neutral. If an item is neutral, you can pair it with other pieces in your wardrobe that are slightly warm or slightly cool. And then the other thing you really need to be making sure you're conscious of is adding in that sense of texture, because otherwise your outfit will come off feeling quite flat and one-dimensional. And I have to say, an all grey monochrome or tonal look is one of my absolute favorites for the colder months. And I do have these beautiful wool trousers from Facade Pattern, which I got last year in the Black Friday sales, and they are just the perfect pairing with the wool cashmere cardigan from Goelia. And I think you can kind of see here, because even though the pants are wool, they're actually quite a flat fabrication, and it does have that ability to come off looking one-dimensional, but the cardigan is what saves it because it has the cable knit design, this kind of like fluffiness to it, and then also those really interesting kind of crunchy buttons, which I think add in that sense of shine and also just help to bring in a little bit more texture, because when I do layer on the coat as well, it does feel very much one with the trousers. So the cardigan here is really very much the hero because it is adding that visual depth, that tactile quality that the outfit would otherwise have been missing. And this definitely hits home that it really only needs to be one piece as part of your outfit that adds in the texture. It doesn't have to be everything. Just one key piece will do the trick. Because I wanted the focus to be on the fact that this is a tonal look, I did just go for a matching bag and shoe combo in black. Very, very simple. And if you're ever kind of at a loss at what shoes and bags to wear with your outfit, just go with one color because it'll help keep things cohesive. And a great way to sort of have this consistency in your outfit is to repeat colors. For the next outfit, we're talking all about shape. And of course, it just had to be with that Goelia dress that has the batwing sleeved detail with the little kind of cape bolero. I mean, I just think this is really brilliant. It actually reminds me a little bit of Tibby, how they have those cashmere sweaters which have the slash detail underneath the arm, so you can just pull your sleeve out if you want. Kind of gives you that little bit of airflow. A great option if you kind of sometimes feel like you're overheating a little bit in the colder months as well, because you do have some of your arm exposed. And actually the core of the dress, the fact that it is fitted at the top and then it has this kind of bubbled tulip hem, I think also creates a sense of shape even if you're wearing it without the bolero capelet over the top. I like the fact that you can also kind of scrunch up the sleeves a little bit to reveal some of your skin, which brings in this sort of slimmer component to your outfit. I did just pair this with tights and then my 80 Mary Janes, which helped bring in that patent shine to the look. I just think that this is really, really chic, and despite the fact that it is almost an all black look because it's quite a dark charcoal gray, you have this really interesting shape to look at, which is a little bit more unique. For this outfit, we're using contrast, texture, and shape in order to make it feel interesting. So one, we've got the high contrast component because we've got the light creamy colored knit underneath a black jacket, and I've also worn black jeans as well, so that's quite a striking combination and it feels quite kind of stark and crisp on the eyes. Then I have the texture through the jacket itself, and I really like the fact that this jacket is cut a little bit longer just below the hip, as it allows me a little bit more control over the silhouette and the shape that I want to create. Then the actual jeans themselves are a wide leg jean, so they have a little bit more of an exaggerated shape to them, and I like that with a slight crop or an ankle length pant, it allows you to highlight the ankle and really add in this additional slim element to the outfit. Thinking about that concept of three, I wanted to bring in a third color here, so I'm using chocolate brown. It almost feels synonymous with the black, but a little bit softer and adds this little subtle sense of warmth, which I think is needed, especially as the jacket feels a little bit edgier and cooler, and it brings in this nice kind of curved soft element. Final outfit, and this kind of blends that sense of color and texture because I would consider this more of a color because it's a printed piece that I'm heroing in the outfit, but it looks like it's got a tactile quality to it because it is a brocade fabric, and it also has the striking leopard print, which adds in that sense of contrast, depth, dimension, all of those good things that we are looking for when we're creating an outfit that feels interesting. Now, again, I wanted to make this the hero, and a great way to do that is to make everything else in your outfit feel dialed down, dialed back, low contrast, or all one singular color. So I opted for black in this instance, but you could really do any color, and these principles apply regardless of the actual pieces themselves. It's more the putting them into practice, but I've opted for a black merino knit long sleeve, and I've layered that with the black merino cardigan from Goelia, and this also creates a sense of proportion and shape because the base layer is tucked in at the waist, and that helps to highlight where my waist is and also where visually it looks like my legs begin, despite the fact that the cardigan is longer and falls below my hips. And then of course, for that reason, I went with the black boots. You could do a black tight as well, though I didn't on this instance. So when I do kind of cross my legs through the slit, you can see a little bit of a peek of skin there. And that is the final outfit. I would love to know if you had a favorite look out of the 7 that I shared, and will you be recreating any of these? Please do tell me down in the comments, but I hope that this inspired you for the season ahead for all my Northern Hemisphere friends. Thank you so much for spending some of your day with me. If you would like to save on your next order at Goelia, make sure you use the code 10Jamie or 20Jamie depending on your spend, but all those details will be down in the description box below. I'll see you soon with my next video. Thanks again for watching and have a beautiful week. Bye!